So I'm not sure if you all remember the certain case about the teen boy who just happened to be, he was supposed to be picking up his siblings and he happened to go to the incorrect house on accident. Of course, there was no malicious intent. He was not a Ray Ray. He was not wearing a balaclava. He was not trying to go and rob anybody. He was not having a weapon or anything like that. And he went to the wrong house and then he ended up getting shot because the owner feared for his life, thought that he was going to get him, yada, yada, yada. All right.
Well, I go into the driveway. I walk up the steps. I ring the doorbell. I see three different cameras, like one looking at the driveway, one on the porch. As far as I know, I didn't know their family at all. Like, I had never even seen their friends or their parents before, so maybe this is their house.
Ralph mistakenly going to Northeast 115th Street instead of getting his siblings from Northeast 115th Terrace, 1 block away.
I actually wait a long time. I'm just on the porch. So then I hear the door open. I see this old man, and I'm assuming, oh, this must be like their grandpa. And then he pulls out his gun, and I'm like, whoa. So I like back up. He points it at me. So I kind of like brace, and I turn my head. Before that, I'm thinking, there's no way he's actually gonna shoot, right? The door is even open. He's gonna shoot through his glass door, and glass is gonna get everywhere. Then it happened. And then I'm on the ground. I fall on the glass, the shattered glass, and then before I know it, I'm running away, shouting, help me, help me.
Ralph says he ran to multiple homes until someone answered his plea for help.
I was bleeding from my head. I was like, how is this possible? Like, I've been shot.
Now, the family is trying to sue because of what you did to their son, and the son is in really bad shape. Okay, so we are going to get into this story, and it says family of teen shot after ringing doorbell at wrong house sues the homeowner. The family of Ralph Yarl, the black teenage boy who was shot in the head after going to the wrong house, has announced a civil lawsuit in Missouri against the accused shooter and the homeowners association. Okay. The lawsuit argues that Yarl never posed or issued a threat to the defendant, whose name is Andrew Lester. It adds that the association was aware or should have been aware of the defendant's propensity for violence, access to dangerous weapons, and racial animus. And like I said, the boy, he was not out here trying to commit any crime. He was not out here trying to go and rob the man. It literally was an innocent mistake. He literally did not know that this was the wrong house. Okay. And, people, they make mistakes. They go to the wrong house, whether they're delivering food, whether, they're supposed to be going to their cousin's house. You go to the wrong, oh man, my bad, go to the wrong apartment. But you shouldn't be getting shot over that. All right. But let's continue. The suit also states that Yarl suffered and sustained permanent injuries, endured pain and suffering of a temporary and permanent nature, experienced disability and losses of normal life activities, was obligated to spend large sums of money for medical and attention, and suffered other losses and damages. I mean, you got shot in the head. I can understand that very much so. Yarl, who turns 18 next month, suffered a traumatic brain injury after the shooting, according to his mother, but he's continuing to heal, which thank goodness. Okay. Lester shot Yarl, who at the time was 16 years old, on April 13th, 2023. Yarl said he mixed up the street address of the home when he was trying to pick up his siblings. And yes, this is something that happens often, okay? People go to the wrong house, whether, let's say they're doing food delivery, they go to the wrong house. Should you now, shoot the food delivery person just because they went to the wrong house? That's ridiculous. People, like I said, if they're going for, some holiday with the family members, oh man, wait, what street was she on? And you had to pull into someone's driveway and pull back out. And you know what I mean? Anything can happen. GPS sends you to the wrong spot, and now you could possibly lose your life because some wacko thinks that they're fearing for their life for it. But let's continue. Lester, the man who tried to kill him, 84 years old, has been charged with first-degree assault and armed criminal action for the shooting. His trial is set to begin October 7th. At Lester's hearing, Yarl testified that he rang the doorbell, and then, as Lester opened the inner door, he reached for the storm door. Lester told Yarl, "Don't come here ever again." Lester then shot him in the head, knocking him to the ground, and then shot the teen in the arm. Now, where would you go and say that you needed this level of force for this? Where would you go and say, okay, yeah, he was justified for that? How would you justify that? Because to me, this doesn't seem like a justified action at all. But let's continue. Lester was detained by police for about 2 hours on the night of the shooting, and he told police he saw Yarl pulling on an exterior door handle and that he was scared to death due to the boy's size, according to the documents, but the family said he was 5'8" and weighed 140 pounds. Still, Lester's defense team is arguing the retired aircraft mechanic acted in self-defense, and of course, the attorneys don't believe that of Yarl and his family. Let me know what you all think about that. I personally would not say this was a self-defense thing at all. This looked more on the lines of a crime of opportunity. I wouldn't say you were scared. To me, I'm gonna be honest, you don't come off as scared to me. All right. When you're going to do something like this, it doesn't seem like you're really scared. It seemed like you were okay with doing it. You use an extreme excessively. I mean, just excessive force is what you used. It obviously was unnecessary. You didn't need to use as much force as you did use. And you almost killed the person. You shot him in the head, and then you went and shot him in the arm too. But if you shot him in the head, wouldn't you stop? But you didn't stop. You continued to then shoot him again. Over what? Because he knocked on your door and you didn't know who he was. You could have just not answered. And then he probably would have went and checked, be like, oh shoot, I'm in the wrong house. Man, let me hurry up and go. Okay. So let me know what you all think about said story down below.